we will be able to actually get the ratio done. And we will just remove the similar values, or we just times 2 on both sides, and we divide by BH on both sides. And once we simplify the 3 and 12, we get the answer. So the ratio is of 1 to 4. Okay, and why I write these base and heights, you'll see that it's important because all figures basically have heights and bases in them when we talk about the areas. So we arrange one of the dimension to be the base, and the vertical dimension will be the height. So let's look at the second example. So they're telling us that the AC line is split into two parts, where AB is of a 3 ratio and the height is of a 2 ratio down to BC. And the area of ACE, the whole thing, is 500. Okay, so area of ACE is 500. The other thing you need to be aware is actually the triangle ABF is similar to triangle ACE. Now this angle is shared by both of those shapes, and the angle ABF is the same as angle ACE. And why? Because it's a parallelogram. So in a parallelogram we can get corresponding angles, and likewise we will get this angle is equal to that. So we got 3 angles are the same, so it's angle, angle, angle. So we definitely know that these two triangles are similar. And if these two triangles are similar, because the smaller triangle on the top, it's of a ratio 3, we will assign the base to be of ratio 3 as well. Okay, because this was of 3 height and 2 height, this would be of 3 base. Now if you look at the whole bigger one, so the ACE, the slant side, that AC is of a 5 ratio, therefore this whole thing will be of 5 ratio as well, so it will be a 5B. And again, because it's a parallelogram, we should know that the length BF is the same as the length CD, so this part should be just 3B from here to here. And since the whole length was 5B, we know that this is only 2B. And same way that CB is 2H, CB, it should be the same as DF, so this is also 2H. So we have got everything in our this thing. So then what we need to do is to just find what the ratio of BH is. So the whole thing is of, so if you look at the triangle ACE, it's of 3H plus 2H, which is 5H. So I'll just use 5H directly. And the 5 base divided by 2. And the answer should be 500. Okay, so what I've done is height times base divided by 2 times 500. So when we times the 2 over, is 1000 and then 25, so BH is actually 40. Okay, just do the maths over there. So if BH is 40, and now I'm asked to find the area of the parallelogram. So the parallelogram is here, and the formula for parallelogram is base times height, basically. So it's base times the height. The height is 2H, so it's 6BH. And since BH is a 40 value, so we just put in the 40 there. So that means that's 240 cm square. Okay, and similarly, let's do the last one. We are told that BA is parallel to CD, and what you need to notice is that the area is also given. BCE is of a ratio, so area of BCE is 6, and then the area of CDE is 4. So you need to find the ratio for the changes. So if I take this as the base that's shared by both of these triangles, and they are the same, that means the heights, they are actually dictating what the ratios are. Okay, so if the 4 to 6 ratio, that means this is of a 2 to 3 ratio. Okay, it's 2 to 3 ratio because 64, and the area is solely depend on this side of the shape, because the one I'm gonna highlight in orange is fixed. Okay, so base times height, a square relation here. So if this is of a 2 base, this is of a 2 height, and similarly this is 3, so this would be 3 as well. Okay, so if I'm gonna use that as a starting point, I know that this area particularly, it's of 3 base times 2 height divided by 2 to get the 6. Okay, because this is 3b and this is 2 height. So if you do the maths on this, you know that BH is a 4. And to do that now, so all you need to do, times 12, yeah, BH is, sorry, times 2, BH is 6. Just get that done. Hold on. Times 2, 12, times 6, so it's a 2 only. 2啦，跟住就3乘3 so 3b times 3h